Joining us now is a man we've all known for years and years and years. Mm-hmm. How many years should I put on that, Steve Fisher? Should I go years and years and years and years and years?
Yeah, keep going with it. Yeah, you're exactly right. When both of us had more hair.
No kidding. But he's a young man now as San Diego State is playing Connecticut in the Sweet 16, and you got to feel a little hop in your step to be this far in the tournament.
I was ready to be the point guard on the scout team. I was ready to be Kemba Walker today, and I went about 2 steps, and I said, well, I'm going to let somebody else do it.
Coach, you hung on. Double overtime. I was with you every step of the way in a game that you seemingly had in control against Temple. They got back into the game, but I guess you learned a lot about your team because, when you only lose 2 games all season long, they're not used to losing. What did you see in your team in those overtime periods that impressed you that, hey, this team is ready to take it to the next step?
Steve, it's what we've done all year. We've found different ways to win. It's not always been pretty, but we're 34-2, and we've lost to only one team, and our kids have been able to maintain their poise and do things after we've had a couple of miscues. And we've done things that win games for you. In this one, we were perfect from the free throw line. We were 5 for 10 from the field in the second overtime after going 8 for 24 or 5 in the whole second half. So we've been a team that's been able to find different ways to win all season long, and we did it once again.
Coach, my love for the Aztecs is well documented. I picked you guys to win the championship. But what impresses me is you've set and made history with San Diego State, never winning a tournament game before. Now you've won 2. How do you maintain the steady hunger of the fellas to continue to focus in the moment and say now it's Connecticut who we have to go a full and furious 40 minutes?
Vic, we talked before the season even began about the fact that we had an opportunity in our minds to have a really special season and accomplish some things that have never happened here before. Obviously, to make the tournament, you have to play well, and to win in the tournament, you have to get into it. So we said we want to be in the NCAA tournament, and when we get there, we want to win. And we found a way to not be satisfied. We've excited a community, and they're not satisfied. You know how fans are. Yep. We've had people since mid-January when we were about 16, 17-0 saying that they're booking their tickets to the Final Four. So the expectations are high for all of us. We are, even though we've only won 2 games, we're not going to say we've arrived, we're where we want to be, anything else is gravy. We want to win. We want to win on Thursday, and then we want to win again on Saturday.
We're talking to Steve Fisher, the head coach of San Diego State. They're in the Sweet 16, and we are the only show that's not going to ask about the Fab Five in this interview. So you can relax on that. But yeah. I think looking down the road, everybody in the Sweet 16 is wondering, how do you stop Jimmer? Do you have Jimmer rules?
We've got another opportunity to play someone a whole lot like Jimmer and Kemba Walker. It took us 3 times, Pat, to be able to find out how to not only stop him, but to win.
Right.
Jimmer is really good. Everybody talked about, well, when they lost Brandon Davies, they're going to be a quick out. They've proven to be a basketball team that has also the resiliency, the ability to score in other ways. They really run well. So it'll be an interesting game with Florida. They had I believe, an overtime win against Florida last year in the first round of the tournament. So it'll be interesting to see how that game turns out, too.
And UConn, everybody said they're going to be tired. I say to people, these kids are 19 and 20. You're not tired at that age, are they? I mean, they're all fresh now, UConn.
Please, yeah, they're not going to be tired. They won 5 straight games in 5 days, came back and won the next 2, and didn't look to me as if they were tired when they played those 2 games in the tournament. They, as you said, they're young guys that will be ready to go. They're going to be every bit as excited as we are to be in the Sweet 16.
By the way, the Mountain West and the Big East have the same number of teams left in the tournament, Coach. Just wanted to bring up that fact, sure. That you guys are right there on par with the Big East all of a sudden. Are you as surprised as so many others are that with 11 teams in the tournament, the Big East only has 2 left?
I am a little bit, Steve, to be honest with you. I'm not going to beat them up. They were the best league in the United States of America. They proved that throughout the whole year. And when you play one and done, the best team doesn't always win, which is why it's so exciting. If you started it all over again, you probably would have more Big East teams in. But we're not starting it over. So we've got two out of the three are still playing. And the Big East has 2 out of 11, and I know they knocked themselves off. They had at least 2 Big East matchups. So we are playing one of them, and we know that they're a very good team. We know also they finished 9-9 in the league, but we know how good they are. They've won at least 7 in a row coming into our game.
Coach, reviewing your first 2 victories, what would you have done differently, coaching the squad, maybe DJ Gay getting less minutes in the double overtime against Temple?
You're in our coaches' meetings, Vic. Probably could have substituted a little bit more liberally in the Temple game. We had DJ play all 50 minutes and several other kids play in the mid-40s. Temple had 2 players play all 50 minutes. I think if I could have done it all over again, I would have rested not just DJ, but a couple of other guys. That being said, winning is what we all set out to do, and we found a way to win. And DJ, even when he's not shooting the ball in the basket, and everybody's talking about him not shooting the ball in the basket, he does things that you win with. He does things that don't show up in the box score. And I know that, and that's why he's out there as many minutes as he is.
Hey, Coach, thanks for joining us. I know you're busy. I know you got kids lined up for tickets out there on campus. I heard you talking about it this morning. You got like 300-400 kids waiting for tickets, so it's going to be kind of a home crowd for you. I don't think Connecticut travels that well to Anaheim. So, but we wish you luck. We'll be there, so we'll see you at the game.
Thank you, man. I appreciate being on with you, and hopefully I'll be talking to you either later in the week or early next week, and we'll still be playing basketball in San Diego State.
I have good feelings about it. Thanks, Coach, and good luck.
Go Aztecs.
Absolutely. There you go.